Welcome back, guys. Here we go again for some more Final Fantasy Origins. What's going on, Frank and Oscar?
Ew.
Let's see.
See if we finally figured out what the hell we got to do.
No one knows.
Look at these guys. Little links.
Help us!
Hi.
Help us now. We're gonna die.
I repeat everything this other guy just said.
We're twins. Can you tell?
Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Pew.
Beep.
So, alright, so I take it we gotta find the prince who's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Oh,
Quest.
Well,
Solved.
got it. Nailed
Done.
You just got 10 tiger tails.
But which villager do I return them to for the credit?
This is where I need to... Where's my mini map?
What did that guy say that's walking around?
Oh, not this guy, right?
Yeah, that guy.
He wants me to lift the curse. It
Okay.
doesn't really tell me how to do it.
All right, so let's go.
Well,
I guess
maybe
we'll
you
just...
just have to use that item that cures curse. It's usually holy waters.
Wait, did we miss anything? Because I feel like we've been shunned once with the castle.
Right?
So, let's
Yeah.
take
See if we
a
can find
quick
something
look
here.
Is there
Okay.
something wrong?
Oh, well, it's that guy all over again. Hey, another link.
What do you gotta say? Get over here.
What do you gotta say? I gotta say the same thing he said.
Okay. Done. All right. Well,
There you go.
While I explore, how about you guys fill the air here? So,
Well, I did find out that the leaked, what is the post-credit scene with Spider-Man? It was actually a fake.
oh, really?
What?
Yeah, it was a
It
fake.
was you had seen a leaked footage of something or the other, or did you just see a report on it?
No, I saw it. The video
Oh.
of Spider-Man after AOU, remember?
Ah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you had seen that.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, I mean, I'm excited for AOU, but the one thing that I want to hear from you, Oscar, is what you think about the Batman Superman.
What do you mean?
What's your input on it? Like, what do you think is like gonna happen in that storyline? Do you think it's gonna be a Dark Knight Returns kind of storyline, or what?
I think I think that we're gonna probably take a bit out of the Dark Knight Returns, because that's one thing that people keep referencing, and the suit that he wears looks very similar, and it's one of the most prominent stories where Batman's actually able to take on Superman. One of the biggest things that people always say is that Batman could take him on if he's prepared, but it's also that's like one of the stories they always reference, and I always find it funny because if you read the story, Batman was like a step away from death. He was like a suicide mission on his part, and he even said
Right.
that Superman even taking it not held back. If he took it seriously, Batman would be dead. You know?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, that's why he was. He's holding back because the whole thing is that obviously, if Superman and Batman went at it, yeah, Batman is probably the only person that would beat him, but not
Yeah.
in the way everybody thinks. Because Superman would obviously control himself and not want to go all out because he wouldn't. If he went all out, he would kill Batman, and he wouldn't do that to his, I guess, best friend kind of thing.
Well, I mean, it's completely out of character for him. I mean,
Exactly.
For both of those characters, you have to push them to their extreme limits to want to do that to the other person.
Yeah.
But again, when you were mentioning, if like the whole Batman and the power suit thing, did he really? How is that considered a win? If he's like, you beat me to half an inch of my death, but I'm gonna fake my death and get away with it.
Haha.
Yeah.
Well, it's a win because Batman didn't die.
But Superman wasn't gonna. So
Are you talking about the Dark Knight Returns one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, but he also had help because it wasn't technically a one-on-one.
But even with
Oh,
help, like he didn't win. He faked his death. Like it's kind of like you're playing like a Nintendo game with your friend, and you're beating his ass in Street Fighter, and he turns the Super Nintendo off, and he's like,
I
"You
won.
technically beat me, so I won." You're like, that's not how you play the game. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
Purple Hulk smash.
Well, I mean, it's just a deceptive move, I guess. But then again, In all honesty, how many times has Batman actually died? Probably. I think he's died plenty of times.
When you say probably, do you mean has he died a la Darkseid taking him out? Or are you saying has he died as in, man, that blow right there, that should have probably killed him?
No, he's actually died. I'm pretty sure that. Okay,
That
out of
man's
all the
died
blows
once
that
in the
should have
comics.
killed him, and then I guess fake his death or be unconscious, how many times do you think he actually was dead? And maybe, I don't know, his suit does like what the Flashes did in the TV show and brings him, restarts his heart.
The
Kind of thing.
defibrillator? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Batman has died once, only once. And that was when Darkseid used the beam. Now, technically, I guess in that you could also say he died quite a few times because he died, then was reborn back in the past and kept living entire lifetimes, dying and being reborn later and later in the future until you got back to the present time. So, in that essence, I guess he's died a few times, but in battle, he really hasn't. Like, I don't think he has, from what I know.
Yeah, I mean,
But
back on the topic. I mean, I'm pretty excited for the movie. It looks like it's going to be amazing.
oh no,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I am going to shell out some cash.
I'm gonna watch it.
Go to the right.
And I love Superman, and I love DC, but I just feel the way they do their movies, I just think Marvel just does such a better job with the movies. I think if they went the route with the movies that they've gone with the Flash, the TV show, I think that would be a better approach for them as a movie, for Warner Brothers.
The Flash, the TV show is very good and it's very well done, as you just said. I agree 100%.
And my biggest thing is that they take they take the story seriously, but not too seriously. And they're willing to go and make it kind of like go with the actual feel of that comic and stuff like that. But like when it comes to their movies, they take the Arrow approach, which is everything has to be dark and gritty. It's
Okay,
like
the Arrow. The Arrow had me before. I'd say seasons 1 through 2, they had me. Season 3 comes and it's like, you know what? Fuck this show because it's a piece of shit now. And I'm sorry, they disrespected Superman and Batman, not just Batman now.
Just throwing Superman into there, is that because of the Atom or just
Yeah, it's because of the Atom. Think about it. Frank made a good point to me when we watched the show. He said, does that remind you of anybody? In the same episode, I think it was the same episode, wasn't it? Where they disrespected Batman and Superman.
Yeah, where they pretty much threw in the, Arrow? Yeah, you're totally going to be the next demon, head of the demon, or demon head, or whatever they call it.
Like how? How can he be the head? He's going to be the next Ra's al Ghul? No, there's no way. That was Batman's. That was Batman's. The one person that was not part of the whole guild, he was the only one that was supposed to take up the mantle of the next Ra's al Ghul. Now all of a sudden Oliver Queen is?
Well,
Come
in
on.
this universe that could be
Exactly. Perfect example of why you just said this universe. So pretty much what you're saying is that in this universe, maybe Batman doesn't exist, right?
I have made that reference before when I said if they went with the Flash paradox, if Ollie's dad was the vigilante instead, it was kind of there saying basically Ollie is the Batman of this universe. There isn't really one.
It could be that. So if we say that
Wayne.
the whole thing with Bruce Wayne and Batman don't exist, that's wrong. Because if you notice that obviously Arrow and Flash cross over with each other, right?
Yes.
So we know that's part of the same universe. In Flash, if you notice when Professor Zoom or Thawne is looking at the futuristic newspaper, you'll see an article on the bottom left that says that Wayne Enterprises and Queen Industries or Queen whatever it's called, that they merged together. Which means that at some point in this universe, Bruce Wayne and Oliver Queen will meet. And Bruce Wayne in every universe is Batman. There's no universe without him as Batman. Which means Batman does exist.
So wait, you're telling me there's no universe in the DC multiverse where Batman has not become, Bruce Wayne has not become Batman?
Alive Bruce Wayne.
Okay, but so there, I guess my big thing is that completely goes against the whole idea of, I don't know, string theory or whatever you want to put it out there, or the
multiverse theory, the fact that
multiverse
there's an infinite number of choices and outcomes.
Now, of course, with DC, it's 52 different universes that they want to make the big multiversity. But even with their hyper time idea before, there must have been a timeline / universe where Bruce Wayne did not decide to become Batman. There must be. There just must be. Maybe it was because his
Okay.
parents didn't actually die, or maybe it's just because.
So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that in this universe, DC decided to actually create a TV show where Batman doesn't exist. They're gonna actually create a universe. Sorry, not a TV show. A universe where Batman doesn't exist.
Sure, it's called Gotham,
They
but
have, Batman exists.
no,
Bruce
he doesn't.
Wayne is there. He's just a child.
Baby
Batman hasn't
Bruce
been created
Wayne
yet.
exists with baby Catwoman, and those two characters should have never, ever, 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 ever interacted at the point in time that they are in that show. So for me, he's never becoming Batman.
Okay.
That's
Batman
almost
is
crazy.
inevitable.
That's almost as crazy as saying that there's a version of Clark Kent that meets Lois Lane in high school.
Yes, exactly. That's why we don't consider Smallville canon. That's the whole point.
Well,
Was that where you were referencing by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Now,
all I'm
okay.
gonna
The,
say is
the
that-
funny thing is with the Atom, and I'll tell you this: the fact is that the big thing with him is just they picked a character. It's gonna remind me of Superman. He does have that opposing thing of it's like super technology, I guess in this case, versus like physical ability, whereas opposed to Superman and superpowers versus physical ability. And it doesn't help that the guy who's playing the Atom played Superman in the last major motion picture before, Man of Steel.
No, let me correct you. It also doesn't help that when he flies in for the first time in a crossover, they look at the sky and they say, "What's that? Is it a bird? Is it a
Okay,
plane?"
it's true.
No,
They do.
that's my boyfriend.
seriously? I mean,
they
and
do
the
that-
first time that they show him, the Atom doesn't fly. He doesn't have a suit or anything like that to where he actually flies around. Am I correct? The Atom doesn't fly.
I'm
Oh,
not
Oscar?
sure.
are you asking me?
I'm asking you. Atom does not fly. Is that correct?
No, he doesn't. His power is the ability to shrink, and that's usually. But I think this is kind of like an Atom slash the Captain Atom. The whole thing was they originally wanted to use the Blue Beetle, which I could see them getting away with this more with the Blue Beetle than they could with the Atom, because the Atom's ability is to shrink, but they just wanted to play more of a Tony Starkish type character, I guess. Even though one of those
Should say
kind of
before
really
you-
doesn't exist in the.
Hold on, Oscar. Wait. Go back out and say real quick before you start
Huh?
this Marsh cave.
Yeah. All right.
All right, hold on. We'll continue this on the next episode.
All right. Catch you later.
See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.